All right, it's about 8 p.m. West Coast time, so it's about 11 East Coast time. Got some updates on the big, beautiful bill, some live updates. The New York Times is doing live stuff. The Senate is moving very slowly in its vote marathon, and senators say some proposed changes to the bill are still being reviewed by the parliamentarian for compliance with budget rules. In a typical vote-a-rama, the votes are much more rapid fire. They happen at a much faster pace. This dramatically slower pace indicates that Republican leaders don't have all of their votes lined up yet, and that this process is going to go past midnight. I think the thing's going to pass. It's just going to take a while. I just do. I mean, because look, there are two things that they don't have a choice, really, but to pass: extending the Trump era tax cuts and raising the debt ceiling. Those are non-negotiable for Republicans, because if they don't extend the Trump era tax cuts, then they're going to expire, and taxes are going to go up by about $4 trillion, primarily on wealthy people. And they have to increase the fucking debts. They're trying to increase the debt ceiling by $5 trillion, the party of fiscal responsibility, after they added $8 trillion to the national debt during Donald Trump's first term. It was $24 trillion when Trump came into office. And between his first term and if they do this, they will have added more than half of that amount to the national debt, $13 trillion. It's insane. So, but it doesn't sound like they have the votes lined up yet. So Senator Markwayne Mullin, Republican of Oklahoma, said the Democrats were trying to time their amendments to stop the bill from passing during television prime time. I mean, that's amusing. Senator John Thune, Republican majority leader from South Dakota, said Republicans are still working out issues on the domestic policy side of the bill. That's like, how much money can we take away from poor people? Senator Marsha Blackburn is not on board with the language in the bill that would prohibit states from regulating AI. She's trying to work out a deal with Ted Cruz, apparently. What could possibly go wrong with that? She said, while I appreciate Chairman Cruz's efforts to find acceptable language that allows states to protect their citizens from the abuses of AI, the current language is not acceptable to those who need these protections the most. Sounds like somebody's been making some AI porn with Marsha Blackburn. This provision could allow big tech to continue to exploit children, creators, and conservatives. Ah, yes. Yes, everybody who runs the internet is always censoring conservatives. Yeah, Elon Musk is calling for a third party. Let's see, 23 minutes ago, after several hours of plotting, minimal progress is being made. Leaders announced coming votes on 10 more proposals. Democrats just keep adding amendments and making them vote on them. This is 13 minutes ago. It's 7:54 p.m. West Coast time. The so-called vote-a-rama has now dragged into its 14th hour. How would you like to have to spend 14 hours in the same room as these assholes, man? That just sounds really unpleasant. So it doesn't sound like they're close, and that it's going to go for the next several hours, and Republicans still don't have the votes. So screw them. I hope they have to stay there until fucking 4 a.m. East Coast time.